All right, Jamie. Well, with that being said, thank you guys. I'm just so glad you guys are here. 28 people watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you are joining the channel. I'm gonna put some polls up as well as we talk about this. Jamie, thank you for sending this to me. This was hilarious. Okay, I had to pause the first 30 seconds. I'm like, oh no, this is too good. I gotta get Darth Vader on here. I can't touch this anymore. Man, this is great. Everything I don't like is woke. Let's give credit to the content creator. So this is coming from the channel Dog Bistro.
Bistro.
Dog Bistro. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Erica. I'm happy to hear all complaints, rebuttals, counterpoints. So it's got 2,000 something views. He should be in the millions because the message is so relatable and it's funny. And he has that patriotic feel to it at the same time. Yeah, I like stuff like that. So,
Joe Schmo, yeah, he was originally in our recommended feed. All right, cool.
All right, let's get to the video. I'm gonna put a link to these descriptions at the end of our live streams and so on, because we're gonna chop things up so you get to see which content. I'm making sure I do that because a lot of you in the comment will say, "Where is the link to the original video?" All right. You got me on that one.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, it's just a lot of editing happening on my end, but I gotta hold myself accountable here. No more excuse. All right, let's get to the video.
Or it's like I like to say, let's get to the heart of the matter.
Let's get to the heart of the matter.
I see Tucker Carlson on my TV. He says that Jews, blacks, and Mexicans are going to replace me. He might be even better than Sean Hannity, because everything I don't like is woke. I hear Alex Jones can't pay his bills. For God's sake, buy some iodine and penis pills. I admire this man who had it all and went broke, because everything I don't like is woke. Everything I don't like is woke. Everything I don't like is woke. Like CRT and history. Interracial couples on my TV screen. Generation Z gonna give me a stroke. Cause everything I don't like is woke.
Isn't that the truth though?
Not necessarily.
How far?
So CRT is definitely woke nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
But you look at Alex Jones's track record as far as what he said and what has come to pass. He's been, if he was a batter in the if he was a batter in baseball, his batting average would be out of this world.
Yeah.
Like
so the Alex Jones part is definitely off key. I agree.
You know, that's way off key. The Tucker Carlson thing is way off key. Tucker Carlson definitely doesn't put anything out that he doesn't have facts for.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, and yes, Jamie, his outfit is a complete troll. I mean,
the interracial stuff that he speaks about on the screen.
The generational stuff, who cares?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
that's not even a thing.
Yeah, nobody really cares. That's kind of like the left-wing message that most people don't even care about.
That,
like, unless you point it out, most people we don't even notice it unless you really point it out. Like,
yeah, that's what they're trying to push, and it's like, we don't care.
You don't care. You love who you love.
Who cares about that? As far as that goes, interracially, you love who you love.
Yeah.
Now you start talking man, and girl, and girl, boy, or man, boy, or
that's a different story.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah.
You know, that's a whole other can of worms.
Shirley Temple kind of love.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
Not getting off into the weeds here.
We're not going too far into that rabbit hole.
You know.
But there's some bright side to this story though. He's got a lot of I mean, I like his attitude. Number one,
Yeah,
I think the message is not fully correct, but I like the attitude.
yeah.
I like the feel of the song, the green screen, and the pictures popping. So I like to give credit where credit is due. So there's a lot of good things in this, but
He definitely
yeah,
put a lot of
but it's
work
giving
into
you a
this,
perspective.
and he's
It's
got
giving
a
you a
catchy
perspective.
message.
Yeah, it's a catchy message, but it's giving you a perspective, and I think that perspective should be respected. I love me some Tucker Carlson. I think he's right.
I can respect a message when
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pointed
We can also disagree.
when it's in the right direction.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I think, yeah, like you said,
You
like
you
you
can't
point out quickly,
just randomly spray at everybody and say everything is
it's woke. Yeah,
woke.
yeah.
You know,
Definitely. That Alex Jones is not rogue.
no.
He's
Neither is Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to like Alex Jones, but if you say Alex Jones is rogue, he's like the woke ideology is trying to destroy Alex Jones.
Exactly, and Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, they don't want these guys. Like, so that's the exact opposite of reality. But anyway, let's keep listening.
Like is woke. Transgender women trying to be free makes me feel kind of funny down there where I pee. Just don't check my browser history because everything I don't like is woke. I swear I'm not a homosexual. Conversion therapy is effectual. Ben Shapiro is an intellectual because everything I don't like is woke. Everything I don't like is woke. Everything I don't like is woke. Like CRT and history. Interracial couples on my TV screen. Cancel this song if you can't take a joke. Cause everything I don't like is woke. Liberals coming for my guns to try to take them all back. The Second Amendment don't allow for that. Unless, of course, you're Muslim or trans or black. Because everything I don't like is woke.
He's spraying though. He's spraying.
Okay, I'm glad at last of the end verse he clarified. You cancel this song if you can't take a joke.
I could tell he's trolling. He's trolling from the very beginning. And if you pay attention, he's giving you a woke perspective. While he's kind of showing a patriotic approach, but he's kind of giving you a woke perspective. So he's really like, he's kind of doing a Waking with JP kind of thing.
Right.
But I mean, I get it though. I see what he's doing.
I see what he's doing now.
Yeah, when he closed the computer, so he's not really speaking against Tucker Carlson from the perspective you might be thinking. But
right.
he's telling you. Yeah,
I misunderstood it at the beginning.
Yeah. So I see it now. Well, when he closed the computer on Donald Trump, I'm like, okay. All right, you're good, boy. You're good. I like what you're doing here.
All right.
Let's keep going.
More trans or black because everything I don't like is woke. Respect the police no matter how they behave, from the thin blue line to the KKK. George Floyd probably didn't even choke because everything I don't like is woke.
The overly obnoxious wink.
You're going really far into some stuff here, boy. Go ahead. What were you saying?
The overly obnoxious wink. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. That picture right there has changed our world in ways I don't think we would ever understand.
No.
It's changed the police force. It's changed policies. It's changed businesses. It's being used as a way of controlling speech. That right there has one black man, oftentimes he wasn't even known.
It wasn't even a good man.
Yeah, he wasn't even a black man that I will say represents anything that represents black people in any way. But anyway, it's crazy. There is that video. What's that guy? Man. He said they lied to us. He was like John Wentworth. I'm gonna find him. Don't worry. Anyway, he was anti
Floyd.
Well, he was for George Floyd, right? But he saw the one movie that I I talk about the movie that speaks about Minneapolis, the different police officers who begin to testify about what really happened on that day. He watched it, and John Wentworth. There we go. Oh my Lord, he went out. He went crazy. I was like, yeah. But I'll find them in a minute for you. Oh man. Actually, I have one of his books over here. He's a really good author, though. He's a really good author. But anyway, we'll come back to that, because what he ended up saying in his video, he was having a podcast, and he kind of like, I fell for it, man. They lied to us.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like,
and that's the thing, is it's so easy to rile people up when they want to believe in something so much, because it's been pushed on them and pushed on them and pushed on them. It's like, I'm sorry, but it's
yeah,
not exactly what you think it is.
Yeah, there he is.
And as a side note, DJ, we have done that.
Yeah, we have.
We've
This is
done
it right
Trump
there.
Latinos and
Have you heard of John McWhorter? He's a really good.
It doesn't mean that
he's good. Like his writings are amazing, and he's coming from the left, and he speaks with common sense. When you just listen to a segment of what he's talking about, it's almost like he's like so disappointed that he's been lied to about George Floyd, and his video got 1 million something views. That tells you a lot. Yeah, there you go.
But it's good to see people waking up to the truth,
Yeah. There you go. He said we've been lied to about George Floyd. There you go.
the whole business of black men being at a unique risk of being killed by white cops is vastly distorted, that these things happen to white people too. I always thought, as un-PC and unwoke as I supposedly am, I thought that the general narrative about black people and the cops was true. And I've written about it now for 25 years and said it's the last thing standing. It's the chimney that didn't burn down when the rest of the house did, et cetera. And then you taught me that that needs a rethinking. On this one, in 2020, we talked about how every one of these cases of a white cop killing a black man turns out to not be what we thought. So, it wasn't that George Zimmerman tapped Trayvon Martin on the shoulder.
Excuse me, was not a cop. He was not a cop. He was a citizen, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's an important point. Didn't tap him on the shoulder and they had an argument and George Zimmerman shot him in the face. That's not what happened. George Zimmerman shot him with Trayvon Martin on top of him, seeming like he might be about to kill him, which is just different. Mike Brown did not die with his hands up. He was trying to grab the gun of Darren Wilson and was lunging at him over and over again. It's always like that. But I always thought that with the George Floyd case, you couldn't argue with the basic facts. It seemed that this white cop had his knee on this man's neck, which seems so barbaric, but that's what the photo that you always see looks like, and that he couldn't breathe because the knee was on his neck and that he choked and died of asphyxiation. That seemed to be the fact, with various people connected to the Minneapolis police force saying that they were unfamiliar with this move, this business of putting the knee on the neck, that's not part of their training. And so the issue was, why did that happen to George Floyd? Has something like that ever happened to a white person? In this case, it was Tony Timpa, who was killed in a very similar way, not too long before George Floyd. But I always thought, yes, I've been happy to see Derek Chauvin going to jail. I have written about him as a murderer many, many times. And then look at this. Once again, we've been lied to. And the sad thing, Glenn, is that nobody left of center is going to admit that any of this could be valid.
Nope. They won't.
This was an amazing video to listen to, because the whole time it's a self-reflection and a confession and
we're going to have to go over this video.
That video will take a whole live stream. You take a whole live stream, and it deserves to be heard. And they got a part 2 that they just did. The part 2 is just as good. Yeah, they got a part 2. Why were we lied to? Oh boy, he's rocking the numbers because people are realizing, whoa, here goes a person who was for this whole George Floyd thing, and he's not realizing, oh Lord, they've lied to us, So the question now is, what else have they lied to us about? Just
pretty much everything.
If they lied to us about this right here, I mean, there's the body of a man who was really addicted, going through a whole lot of issues. And by the way, there's a whole bunch of George Floyds in our streets. There's a whole bunch of George Floyds in our streets. They don't care about them until something like this happens. And now they can use it as a weapon to change the world around. They don't go around saying, let's look for these people who are addicted to these abuses, to these substances, and let's try to find a way to restore them. Nope, that's not the case.
The George Floyds can fight amongst each other all they want and take out each other all they want, but until it's something like this type of scenario, then we're gonna make a fuss about it.
Yeah, golden casket statue. He becomes a superhero, a martyr. It's like, what?
Giant turd statue in the middle of a city.
Oh goodness. I can't take it. Anyway, let's go back to our guy here.
And that's a kicker. Is this photo is you look at it, it's forced perspective. Okay. That's why it looks like it's on his neck. It's not.
It's not even. It's on his
actually
shoulder.
on his shoulder.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, if you have any opposition to what we're saying right now, you may think we are berserk, we are out of our minds. I'm gonna challenge you. Go watch The Fall of Minneapolis. Yep. Go watch that. Don't argue with me. Go argue with the cops who were present. Don't argue with the people that lived and walked in the precinct in Minneapolis. Go talk to them, because they're gonna tell you in that movie, it's free, The Fall of Minneapolis. This is the movie that John, these guys watched. This is what they watched, and after they watched it, they said, we done. Because when you see George Floyd's mother talking, when you see policemen talking, people who had to quit as a result of what happened, then you like, okay. So if you have an opposition to anything that's concerning George Floyd, you think George Floyd is still a martyr, he was done dirty and all that, go watch The Fall of Minneapolis and then come and argue with me. Come and argue with us. We'll be waiting for you. All right. Let's keep going.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola from Arizona. All right, let's keep going.
Probably didn't even choke, because everything I don't like is woke. Everything I don't like is woke. Everything I don't like is woke. Like CRT and history. Interracial couples on my TV screen. What even are the odds, statistically, that everything I don't like is woke? The economy is leaving me behind. The whole banking system is robbing me blind. Foreclosing on my trailer, but never you mind, because everything I don't like is woke. Ron DeSantis is such a manly man, banning books from Anne Frank and Rosa Parks to the Koran. First Amendment, please, I don't give a damn, 'cause everything I don't like is woke. Everything I don't like is woke. Everything I don't like is woke. Like CRT and history. Interracial couples on my big screen TV. All of my wealth going up in smoke. 'Cause everything I don't like is woke. Oh yeah. Everything I don't like is woke. And that's no bullshit. Everything I don't like is yo-fo-co, yo-fo-co, ho, I-o-cho-co, lo-mo, no-o-mo, quo-ro, so-to-wo-vo, wiggity-waggity woke.
He's all right. He's good.
All right. That was good.
That was good. Give us some credit for that. He put in some work. Wow.
That was pretty
Changing
funny.
the skin color of Martin Luther King. I was
I
like,
know, right?
That's gonna burn down your house. That's gonna cause some people to be really obsessed with you.
Yeah, you're gonna have some people
Oh
knocking
my
on your front door for that one for sure.
my goodness, the woke ideology has gone crazy. Jamie, Matt Catter, we thank you for that. That was good.
Thank
We
you,
had
Jamie.
to kind of realize what he was doing over time, and then when you got the message, you're like, okay, well, I see what you're doing.